So guys, let me quickly take you through some of the headlines before we get into the video I've got for you. Like this post now, you can see this one, the headline says Maduro of Nigeria. Many Nigerians want this. Hope Trump can rescue Nigeria from this man before there is a military coup, save Nigeria democracy. Since Donald Trump arrested the president of Venezuela, so many people have been commenting and saying all kinds of things about Nigeria, that Nigeria also needs to be saved. Anyway, guys, before we get into the videos I've got for you, see how this American guy, I think he's a journalist or so, this is what he tweeted. He said, well, Adane, how about forming a coalition to bring your master, the fugitive drug lord in Aso Rock, to justice after Venezuela's Maduro, the criminal who runs Nigeria, including Tinubu, are next in line. So guys, you can see what this guy tweeted, that the criminals who run Nigeria are the next in line. This guy went ahead again. Okay, this is how this headline here captured it. It says, after Maduro, Shetima Tinubu is next. Elias Gerasoli's response to Bashir Ahmad after Trump's airstrike capture of Venezuelan president. So for those who have been criticizing Donald Trump, this guy has been replying them, saying that Tinubu, Shetima are the next in line. There's been a whole lot of reactions about what is happening in Nigeria now. Even the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, was spotted in a video when he said Trump is not playing, that no country should play with Trump. Trump means every bit of his words. Now, he said, I hope people now understand the president of the United States is not a game player. When he tells you he's going to do something and address a problem, he means it. I'm going to share that video with you, that he means it. Anyway, just take a look at the video, then we continue with this headline. Now take a look.
This is a president of action. Like, I don't understand yet how they haven't figured this out. And now, if you don't know, now you know. Because this is the way it's going to play out. And I think people need to understand that this is not a president that just talks and does letters and press conferences. And, you know, if he says he's serious about something, he means it. And this is something that was a direct threat to the national interest of the United States, and the president addressed it.
Now, to security. So guys, you must have heard that the same community where terror guys kidnapped school children in Niger State, you know, they invaded a private Catholic school and kidnapped both kindergarten and primary school children, you know, they still went to that village again, and guess what? They pied up to 42 persons. They operated without any security agents to stop their carnage. I mean, you need to see the image of the people who were pied in that incident. Their hands were all tied to their backs. Young boys, they were all pied, even children included. So guys, you can see it says here, insecurity worsens as terrorists attack Niger communities, kills 42 residents, abduct several others. Abduct, that means they took with them some people into the bushes. So guys, and this American has reacted to the incident. He said, brutal attack on the same Papiri community in Nigeria where the Catholic school children were abducted in November. Eyewitnesses say terrorists allowed to run wide with no security presence. The worst mass killing of the new year so far in Nigeria. Persecution ongoing. So guys, these people operated without any military, no police, nobody to say stop what you are doing. So guys, and that is why this American headline is capturing it, that these guys operated without anybody interrupting, you know, the carnage that they were doing. So this Twitter handle too is a Jewish Twitter handle. It also captured it. It says, what you may have missed in Nigeria last 72 hours. While global attention has shifted to Iran and Venezuela, mass violence continues in Nigeria with little international attention over the past 3 days. And he says at least 30 civilians were killed in coordinated attack on a village of in Kasuwan, Daji in Niger State. So guys, it is the same thing. Many people were tied in that incident, and guess what? Nobody was there to defend them. Now let's move to economy. You must have heard that Tinubu's taxes or whatever, the new tax law has taken effect. But see, the head of the tax agency, look at how this headline captures it. It says, FIROS chairman Zach Adedeji plans lavish birthday in Dubai. And you know, this is the person who is in charge of Federal Inland Revenue Service. Like you can see here, it says Nigerian Revenue Agency FIROS chairman Zach Adedeji plans lavish birthday in Dubai with Sheikh Tinubu or others amidst tax controversy. So guys, they are in Dubai enjoying the money. I mean, enjoying the money. And And see how this guy replied to that headline. Says this is exactly how they will waste your hard-earned money on parties and many others. When your leaders who are inherently wicked and heartless in public offices, the ordinary citizens will bear the pain. This is just too annoying to hear or read. So guys, these people plan to collect taxes, but see what they are doing already. They are busy enjoying lavish lifestyle, in Dubai. Now, Tinubu was spotted in his New Year broadcast. Tinubu said he understands the challenges Nigerians are going through, but he does not have any idea on how to fix it.
Our economy is going through a tough patch, and you are being hurt by it. I know. The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
Here it says that Tinubu illegally wiped NNPC debt, shortchanged states. So guys, Tinubu has cleansed the debt that NNPC is owing. So guys, there's a whole lot of fraud in the NNPC. Who gave Tinubu the audacity to wipe away the debt that NNPC is doing? Tinubu is the minister for petroleum. Buhari was, and now they are cleaning the debt of NNPC. Instead of them to hold the NNPC people accountable, the 210 trillion naira is missing in the NNPC, and they've not told us the whereabouts of that money, and Tinubu is cleaning away their debt. Tinubu illegally wiped NNPC debt. So guys, talking about Tinubu, you are going to be seeing this convoy. This is the convoy, Tinubu's latest convoy. See how many vehicles that were spotted. This is how they are going to be using taxpayers' money just for their own benefit, just for their own benefit. Anyway, guys, now to politics. You can see that news has it that since Peter Obi joined the ADC, that membership of the ADC has so much spiked. You can see this article dated 4th of January. ADC membership swells after Peter Obi defection. That's since Peter Obi joined the ADC. Guess what? Many people have joined. Many people have joined the ADC because of Peter Obi, and honestly, it's a very welcome development. Now, I'm going to allow you to take a look at what Kenneth Okonkwo has got to say about Peter Obi in the ADC, and let's see how all this is going to play out. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification. Now take a look.
The opposition does not even have a choice because the individual political parties are not viable. So it's not even as if they have a choice. If the coalition cannot succeed, let all of them unanimously go and endorse Tinubu. No, you don't waste the time of Nigerians. I'm not the kind of person that will come and not tell you the truth. I know what people suffered in 2023. They stayed in the rain. They stayed in the sun to vote for us. I will not subject Nigerians to such suffering if I am not sure that the opposition parties are serious. You want to deal with an incumbent, and you want to gallivant that you want to say you don't want to be united, and you want me to tell Nigerians to come and waste their time to fly home. Some people flew home from abroad. I know one young man that had a daughter. He had a problem with the wife, and the daughter was autistic, yet he had to fly both of them home to vote for us. Then you're telling me you want to go alone and you want me to come, and the opposition parties do not even have a choice. The only choice they have is to come together, consolidate their fortunes, and take out Tinubu. Nigerians will be willing to vote if they are sure that the oppositions are not in disarray, and if they are sure that their votes will count, if they are sure that when they vote, the politicians will be able to defend their votes, or at least galvanize them to defend their votes themselves. If they see that there is any politician who is not serious, who goes alone, they might ignore the politician, because according to the law of thermodynamics, if you want to transfer energy from one matter to the other, some energy will unavoidably be lost. So even though we are in the coalition, eventually I cannot guarantee you that everybody will end up being in the coalition. But if some people are leaving because of their personal selfishness, because of their personal considerations, Nigerians will be willing to ignore that person. But if it is because the opposition cannot on their own come together, then Nigerians will say these people are not serious. If you cannot act in unity, How then will you even act in unity if we give you our votes? So the opposition do not even have a choice. They must have to coalesce. So I'm part of it, because I'm part of the people that believe that this government has become an apology. You know, when people are arrogantly, disorderly, and unconscionably evil, that's what this government has become. I am telling you. How do you explain that hundreds of people are massacred in Benue under your nose, and the governor is shouting, crying, telling you what is happening, and yet you do not move in immediately? When one person, an American, was held in Niger State in Nigeria, they deployed all their resources to rescue the person. In Nigeria, you're rather taking resources away from where the insurgents are operating to take them to another place. Zulum said the resources that are needed to fight Boko Haram is being taken away to Northwest, and that is why the insurgency is resurfacing. Why didn't you use that money that you want that you used to buy your private jet? Why didn't you use it to buy those resources you need for the Northwest, at least as a matter of priority, to prioritize the life and welfare of your citizens? You can still get a private jet when things are sorted out. Why would it be your first priority after you're removing first subsidy that people are paying 1,000 naira plus for what they were paying 100 naira plus, and you're telling me it was a wise thing you removed subsidy? No, it was a wicked thing. It was not a demonstration of wisdom, it was a demonstration of wickedness. Because people that were earning 30,000, and you increase this fuel first before increasing their salary, how would they survive? So it is not anything secret that we have more malnourished children in Nigeria now than in war-torn Sudan. It was as a result of the wicked policies of making transportation unaffordable. Farmers cannot go to farm because of insecurity, and then you are not prioritizing their security and welfare, but prioritizing the welfare of yourself, your family, and your cronies. You are giving a project of 15 trillion naira for your family business without competitive bid. Then you will renovate, because what Tinubu is doing now is refurbish and rename. They will refurbish existing structure and rename it after Tinubu. A structure built by IBB, the International Conference Center, with 240 million naira. You refurbished with 39 billion naira, and you named it after yourself. So also other infrastructure. That's not wisdom. That's wickedness. So I want you to understand that the coalition needs to come in now to salvage this country, because we are heading towards Armageddon. And this is a government that has the audacity to lie. If the inflation figure is going too high, they will rebase it. Nigerian economy is stagnated because we are suffering stagflation. The goods are high and there's no money to buy. That's why the companies are falling like a pack of cards. If Dangote was not the richest man in Africa, his company would have collapsed. But he has what it takes to sustain it, to do the fight. And that's why he's surviving. So, the economy of Nigeria now has failed. You will soon see it. Can you imagine Tinubu is saying he inherited a near collapse economy? Assuming another president comes in now and is inheriting the indices of Tinubu, that is a collapsed economy. Because you, Tinubu, inherited 77 trillion naira in national debt. He's going to inherit 150 trillion naira in national debt. Which one is collapsible more than the other? You, Tinubu, inherited 195 naira PMS per liter. The president, whoever is taking over, because he's a one-term president, Tinubu is a one-term president, will inherit almost 1,000 naira per liter. Which one is more collapsible? In security, in economy, in respect for rule of law? Zero. And you're saying you inherited a near. When you want to make such statement, wait. When you have improved on what you met, that's when you can make such statement. But when it is worse, sorry, you're part of the problem, not part of the solution.
Why do you say he's a one-term president?
Of course now. Who is
he has an option of running for a second term.
Okay. You want me to take it geopolitical zone by geopolitical zone? Okay. Let me start from Southeast. Whoever is from the Southeast and votes again for this president is not a true son of the Southeast. And I say this without any reservation. Why do I say this? Already the Southeast people are feeling marginalized because they have only 5 states. And you can imagine this president that is so mean that he gave us only 2 ministers. We're entitled to 5 ministers by the Constitution. 2 ministers. Minister of Science, Minister of Works. That's all. When this government came in, we had 4 ministers. In other places, he changed ministers. He replaced it with ministers. He changed 2 of our ministers and did not give us ministers again. We had the Minister of Women Affairs in Anambra State. Tinubu took it and did not replace it with another minister. Don't tell me Minister of State. I've told you, Minister of State is an assistant to the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Is one Yusuf. Is Honorable Yusuf Tuga. That's the Minister of Foreign Affairs. So Anambra State now has no substantive minister. We took our Minister of Industry and Trade from Abia. Is it Abia or Imo? Did not replace it. Don't give me that thing about Minister of State, because the Minister of Finance today is Wole Edu. So when the opportunity came for the Abia Minister of State to be promoted to substantive Minister of Labor, because the substantive minister went back to the Senate, rejecting to be a minister, preferred to be a senator. He knows why. No, he did not even allow the Honorable Nkechi to become a Honorable Nkiru to become a full-fledged minister. Why? Because of hatred for Ndibo. Absolute. When he was campaigning, when he was doing his primary, he did not go to Southeast. He rather, when he finishes other zones he thought was important, then came to Abuja and say they should all come and see him. When he was campaigning, he said the Southeast will have soaked slice of bread. That's what they will get from. Not slice of bread though. No. The one that is so light you will see it except it is soaked. To tell you the level of marginalization. After the election, he said, these people came to Lagos when they were 12 years and they didn't support us. So he had the mind to emasculate and finish the Southeast. And on top of it, he went for a Muslim ticket. Southeast, they are 99.9% Christians. So whoever is choosing a Muslim ticket do not have any intention to have them in the presidency for any reason. And that is why I'm saying anybody from the Southeast that is supporting Tinubu, you are an enemy. You're not a Southeast indigene. No, politics is about whoever is trying to finish your people and you're supporting the person, you are complicit. You're complicit. So ethnically, religiously, Tinubu has excluded us from the scheme of things. And then you're telling me from the Southeast. Now, the Muslim ticket, look at how it's affecting Nigeria. Even the Muslim clerics from the north have come out to say we were duped. and that they will never support same-faith ticket again. Look at how it's affecting the image of Nigeria, both abroad and in Nigeria. The Christian nations are now saying it, that the Christians are persecuted. The Christians are being slaughtered. And let me tell you, they might not tell you that openly, but it's because of the Muslim ticket. Because I know it. If you ask me, I'll say everybody in Nigeria is suffering insecurity problem. But when they see that Christians are more than 50% of the population, and you're doing Muslim ticket, you will see Christian people saying, no, these people must have been traumatized. And all that. That's why people like Atiku Abubakar, that's why they are insisting that our diversity will be respected. I'll tell you something that you may have not known. Part of the reason that Atiku Abubakar had not been president before now is his insistence on respecting our diversity. In 2007, when he contested for the president, he refused to choose a fellow Muslim to be his vice. He refused to choose Bola Tinubu to be his vice. Because he said, as far as Nigeria is concerned, it must be Muslim Christian ticket. In 2015, when Buhari won in the primary election, Buhari was contemplating to choose a fellow Muslim. Buhari went to Atiku to ask for Atiku's support after the primary. Atiku told him, I will support you on one condition. You cannot choose a fellow Muslim to run. And Buhari, it was tough for him because he knew the commitment. Then after a while, he came and gave his assurance to Atiku, and Atiku Abubakar supported Buhari. So, because he is exposed, he's well traveled, he understands what it means when you have such large number of Christians and you want to create the impression that they don't matter. So now we can see how Tinubu is having problems with Muslim nations around the world because he's not performing. Muslims are being killed like chicken, and with Christian nations around the world. And you know, he has no solution to them. So coming from Southeast, you can see how Southeast people are hopeless under Tinubu. Now, you want to go to Southwest, his own people, who are the people that started crying, we are hungry? This is the government that has punished Southwest more than any other government in my life. I know the Southwest people to be people who work hard and they want to enjoy themselves after working hard. They are no longer badoing. They are now suffering head. If you go to Southwest now, you know, how many go to Donny? Benny. I lived in Lagos for 17 years. We like to enjoy. When I have my shops in Idumota. So when we walk in the evening, you come and see enjoyment. It is no longer there. What you are seeing is begging. This government has reduced Yoruba people to beggars. I know what I'm talking about. Yoruba people that like to work hard, brilliant guys. I was taught by some very brilliant professors of Yoruba origin when I was reading my law. I so much like these people. Now Tinubu has reduced them to beggars. No more Eku Bandu. Is Eku suffering? That's what is happening in Southwest now. And he wants the Southwest to come and vote for him. Of course, they didn't even vote. Lagos State did not even vote for him in 2023. I believe that the other Southwest states will join up and remove this man. They are suffering. If you go inside the villages in Yoruba land, you will cry. And I know what I'm talking about. Let them prove me wrong. Are you talking about the North Central? No. Let's reach the South. Are you talking about South? Tinubu openly robbed Rivers State of 6 months of the leadership they elected by themselves. Tell me any zone after going through what Rivers State went through. 6 months of their resources being carted away by strangers. All the projects meant to at least assuage the level of suffering in Nigeria that Governor Fubara has brought up for Rivers State. Tinubu just suspended it, suspended the leaders, threw them out for nothing, and brought a stranger to start destroying the resources of Rivers State. You're from such zones outside, and you're thinking, is something wrong with you? Are you talking about North Central? You're from Benue, you're from Plateau, you're from Taraba, which is going down to Northeast, and you're suffering this level of insecurity. Look at Kwara State now. You're talking about insurgency, they're now bombing. These are places that used to be peaceful. Look at Kogi. Look at Niger. Even natural disaster like flood will claim hundreds in Niger. Now in Abuja, you can see how a young lady fell and died. Insecurity everywhere. Insensitivity everywhere. Natural disaster, the government will display insensitivity. Insecurity, the government will display incompetence. Throughout North Central, it has been one tragedy or the other. That each succeeding event now is continually becoming a harbinger of disaster. Tell me who is in North Central that will remember Tinubu in 2027? You want to doubt me that he's not a one-term president? If there is anything like half-term president. Some APC members vowed with their blood. Some of them have even died. And even in their dying wish, they were saying Tinubu is a one-term president. And I'm talking about people like Jesus or Nokmasa. He came out. Even when he was dying, he was saying Tinubu will be a one-term president. I'm sure in the spirit world now, as a spirit, I'm sure he's fighting to make sure that Tinubu is a one-term president. APC member. Look at what's happening. You want to talk about Northwest? I told you about Zamfara and Katsina. People massacred during the time of worship. Killed. Muslims, so, and this is the man who used Muslim ticket to beguile them. Most of the votes that he got, that he's purporting that he won the election, came from Northwest. But what they are going through now, is it the Northwest that will come to support him?
So guys, let me take you through some of the headlines making wave on the social media. This one here says, Trump will capture you if you rig 2027 election. PS wants Tinubu. So guys, Tinubu is being reported to the United States since Maduro was captured. Nigerians are writing to Trump, telling Trump about Tinubu's drug-related case, 2023 election that was rigged, and forged certificates and all kinds of things, have been trending on the social media since Trump captured Maduro. Now, this PDP chieftain is saying Trump will capture you if you rig 2027 election. PS wants Tinubu. Now, this is coming after Hope Uzodinma was spotted in a video saying, oh, APC has given Nigerians good governance. That's why all the governors are trooping into the APC. Now, let me show you how some Nigerians have reacted to this headline. Don't forget that another headline here says, a forged presidency. Nigerians are raising alarm. All this happening within the space of 24 hours. Or 48 hours that Maduro was captured, and then this person here said, good morning, a forged presidency, that this presidency is not real, it was rigged, because one of the things that made America to go for Maduro is because Maduro is said to have forced himself on the country. He didn't win the election, but he insisted he won because he had the federal might, he had the money, he had the politicians around him. And we are seeing that playing out in Nigeria, where Tinubu has gathered all the APC, even almost all the governors are now in the APC. And guess what? Hope Uzodinma was spotted in a video saying, oh, if Tinubu is not giving Nigerians good governance, how come all the governors are trooping into the APC? You see how they try to play on our intelligence. Now, see how Nigerians have reacted to this headline that is saying, Trump will capture you if you rig 2027 election, coming from a chieftain of the PDP. And he went ahead to say, no need for threat, just send international observers that will ensure there is no rigging. If not rigging, If not, the rigging is allegedly inevitable. INEC and judiciary are allegedly on standby. So this person is saying they should just bring observers and ensure the election is not rigged, because if not, INEC and the judiciary are just there to say, on your mandate, we are already standing. And this way, Tinubu's boldness in rigging 2027 election will depend on the deal he makes with Trump. Another person, Bobo Chicago in the eye of the eagle. Tinubu now in the eye of the eagle. So guys, this has raised a whole lot of reactions. Now, Tinubu is being accused of forgery again. This is after we saw the new tax law being forged, a section of it being forged. We also, Tinubu has been under fire for forged Chicago certificate, alleged forged Chicago certificate, and now Tinubu is being called out again for a forged photo that he posted on his Twitter handle. You know, this photo, like you can see, Amon Mike tweeted and said, "This is official Bad's most recent post on X. The picture is AI generated. Why the fabrication? What is he hiding? He is really dead. Strung out on drugs in hiding, or just a fraud?" You would think after flaunting a 400 million wristwatch the other day, he could afford more competent social media help. Tinubu was spotted wearing a watch that cost, I think, $27,000 US. That's what people, you know how Nigerians do their things now. They will quickly go to the social media to find out the words of it. So, like you can see, this person has written to Trump. He said, "Dear Donald Trump, please remember this. Elon Musk, kindly help intensify." This is, the forfeiture that Tinubu forfeited for drug-related case. This is it here. And this guy is saying that Trump should pay attention to this. And then this other person here also reacted, saying, yes, yesterday the Nigerian president on his X page forged a picture of himself with the president of Rwanda, a completely unnecessary and unneeded forgery. And for brainless lunatics who support this insane government, that they will not be upset that this forgery has brought us shame before the whole world. They will be upset that some of us are calling it out. A government of brazen forgers, blatant liars, despicable crooks, and heartless animals. Bayo Nonuga has come out to say that the image was not generated by AI, but they use AI to improve it. So guys, that one is even causing another more headache, because Nigerians are saying, he said he used Grok to improve the image, but Nigerians are saying, oh, Grok does not improve image because it's not an image editor, it's rather image generator. So guys, Tinubu still owe Nigerians a lot of answers as regards to that, and you can see that Nigerians are already writing Donald Trump, calling his attention as regards to forgery. Like you can see, this person say, don't forget the rigging conducted in the last election. He now added images of or altered figures on our ballot sheets. So guys, Tinubu is now on the radar of the USA, as Nigerians have already started reporting him. And then this person also tagged Donald Trump, saying, Donald Trump, Ryan Moore, he tagged them and the US government, saying in 1993, Bola Tinubu surrendered $640,000 to the US government after a Chicago court found the income came from heroin trafficking. So these are some of the posts Nigerians have been making. I mean, this person said, dear Donald Trump, the cheapest and easiest way to go about this is to make sure that 2027 election in Nigeria is not rigged. This person here says, this is partly the solution. The second one is arresting and prosecuting terrorists and their sponsors. Terrorists and their sponsors. And now Donald Trump is already threatening the Colombian president after that of Venezuela was arrested. Trump was spotted in a video where he said Colombia is very sick too, run by a sick man who likes making cocaine and selling it to the United States. He is not going to be doing it for very long, let me tell you. So Trump said this man's days are numbered, the Colombian president. So anybody that has drug related cases now is under US US radar, sorry. So the US is already saying, we are going to come for you. So guys, these are some of the headlines. I'm just going to allow you to drop your thoughts on what you think, what is happening in Nigeria today. Trump is going about all those who, if you are sponsoring terrorism, if you are into drug related cases, if you are an election rigger, these three group of persons are under Trump's radar. I mean, Trump is not going to spare them, Trump is not going to spare any person that is in this category. If you're an election rigger, if you're into drug related cases, or any of those fraudulent, if you are sponsoring terrorism, these three now, Trump is coming for you. That is the message Trump is sending. You are into terrorism sponsorship, you are into election rigging, you are into drug related cases, Trump is coming for you. Just to sanitize the world. I think that's what Trump is trying to do. He's trying to make peace in areas where there are wars. He's trying to, promote Christianity's right to exist, because what the Muslim world is trying to do is just to end Christianity, but Trump is saying he's not going to allow that to happen. And now Trump wants to get rid of those who are using drugs to destabilize countries, and those who are rigging elections, forcing themselves into power at all costs, and then those who are, sponsoring terrorism. I think these three categories are the people Trump is going after. Anyway, guys, I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification for more. Thank you.